Nothing more fun than watching a clueless guy being lusted over by countless girls around him and wanting a piece of him while he has no idea what his life has become or how it even reached that point. That's why for today, we'll be talking about the top 10 harem anime where many girls want the MC. So, before we begin, remember to subscribe if you haven't yet and press that bell icon to stay notified of all the new content we're creating. And beware for the following spoilers. 10. Yao Jing Zhang Ji Shao. I have no idea still how this show works. Though I've tried to watch it multiple times, the concept still eludes me to this day. However, I have to give it to the animators of this show as it is one of the most beautiful, aesthetic-wise anime I've ever watched. The animation was phenomenal, and the designs of the fairies and characters was so formidable, with each fairy having unique traits that no one else possesses. The concept of the show is about planting some unique seeds and they sprout into fairies? I guess I'm not really sure this anime makes me dizzy. However, watching those animated fairies and characters make my day anytime they relax my eyes and give me a sense of relief. 9. Peter Grill Tokenja. Known in English as Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time, this fantasy anime features a lot of comedy and ecchi scenes. It's a fairly recent anime that aired in 2020 and consists of just 12 episodes, so it'll make for a quick watch. Peter Grill is now the strongest warrior in the world. However, his latest troubles might prove too much for even him to handle. The overpowered main character is about to get married to the love of his life, the beautiful Luvilia. But things take a perverted turn when news of his victory spreads far and wide, like wildfire. Now, women of all races are in a race against time and themselves to acquire Peter Grill. How does he avoid their advances and stay true to his one true love? 8. Campione. This hero is a god killer, and that's how he earned his title, Campione, which is a sign of shame when it comes to the gods, as someone dared to raise his weapon against them and actually managed to kill one of them. It comes without thinking that this title earned him his fair share of enemies, wanting to see his head on a spike. However, this title has yet another side effect, its ability to attract hot, busty girls. 7. Death March Kara Hajimaru Isekai Kyushu Kyoku. This guy reminds me of myself and my dreams when I binge a video game for a while. I start to dream I am in the actual game. Coincidentally, that's exactly what happened to Setao, the MC of this series. In real life, he's nothing but a humble debugger with a lot of work piling up on him. He closes his eyes for 2 seconds, and the next thing he knows, he's in a world made up of the compilation of games he's been debugging. With no time to take things in, he's assaulted by an army of lizardmen. In his confusion, he retaliated with a very powerful spell. I almost felt bad for the lizardmen as he wiped them all out. In return, his level skyrocketed to 310 with hundreds, if not thousands of new skills unlocked at his disposal. So, now he's broken, with thousands of skills and spells, overpowered and overleveled. The only thing left for him to do now is to explore the world he was sent to, since there doesn't seem to be any means to return to his world in the time being. The show has a decent enough premise and idea to have you hooked to it, as well as the on-point execution, and the events that transpire later in the series make it all the worthwhile. 6. Hachinante Sore wa Nai Desho. This show might start off like any generic isekai, with someone dying and reincarnating again, but the true plot of the show is far from generic. After being born in the body of a Wendelin, the MC directly realizes his magical aptitude and the potential lying dormant in that infant's body. Growing to be such a powerful prodigy, he becomes the leader of his own party of adventurers. Being born to the nobility, however, entails with it a lot of political drama and disputes. With his power and wit, he has to find a way to find a safe path for him and his friends to escape the hold of the snakes and traverse safely through the obstacles lying in wait. 5. Absolute Duo. Premiered in 2015, and it cuts across several anime genres such as harem, action, supernatural, ecchi, and romance. In this world, some people known as Blazers attend the Koryo Academy High School. Blazers are people who can materialize weapons from their souls. Turo Kokono is seeking revenge against the mysterious man that killed his friends and sister. He enrolls into the academy to get stronger. In his entrance exam, he has to battle another person, and the loser will be sent out of the academy. Something rare occurs. Turo materializes a shield instead of a weapon, and now his life will never remain the same. 4. Ginchi Shushugi, Yusha no Okuku, Saikinki. Oh great, hero come and deliver us from the darkness and save us from the demon lord. And thus, Saoma the MC was summoned to a world of magic, the magical beings and mystical races and monsters. On his arrival, he's crowned as king and is given the responsibility to save the country from the slump it's in. What makes this MC unique is his tactical and economical approach to matters, opposed to other heroes that only resort to violence and vanquishing enemies. Saoma is smart and careful in his approaches with his crazy weird ideas to help the kingdom that end up being revolutionary and bring the kingdom out of the debt swamp it fell in. 3. Isekai no Seikishi Monogatari. In a world where only girls are able to ride and maneuver Gundam, like constructs, a guy is isekai to said world with the ability to control them, making him the only man able to do so ever. Clearly, this makes him stand out and makes his life quite harder, especially since for him to return to his home, he'll have to assassinate the princess of the opposing kingdom. Will he ever be able to make it back home? Is he even going to go through with the assassination? No one knows. 2. Yakurin no Hao, Toseiyaku no Valkyria. Even though he was warned multiple times, he decided to test out an urban legend concerning the shrine mirror. And just as he snapped a selfie with the mirror of the shrine, he found himself whisked into the world of the Inhijar, a world heavily influenced by the Norse mythology and the Valkyries. Sent into this world, he was taken in by the Wolf clan and cared for, and in return he helped them fend off their enemies and taught them how to protect themselves with war plans and tactics taken straight from the masters of war like Sun Tzu and such. One. High School DxD. As a personal believer in redhead sexy devil supremacy, adding this entry was a must. Rias Grimmery, for those who don't know, is the sexiest redhead demon you'll ever see in an animated series. It all starts with the high school student Issei Hyodo, your run-of-the-mill pervert who does nothing productive with his life except peeping on women and dreaming of having his own harem one day. Things seem to be looking up for Issei when a beautiful girl asks him out on a date, although she turns out to be a fallen angel who brutally kills him. However, he gets a second chance at life when beautiful senior student Rias Grimmery, who's a top-class devil, revives him as her servant, recruiting Issei into the ranks of the school's occult research club. Slowly adjusting to his new life, Issei must train and fight in order to survive in the violent world of angels and devils. And with this, we conclude our video. If you enjoyed this list, I want you to smash that thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and press that bell icon to keep you notified of all our new videos. Also, comment down below on the anime you liked the most on this list, and if you're planning to watch any of them. And if you have any suggestions, place them in the comments as well. Until next time, see ya!